This is Hannibal here from the Hannibal TV on YouTube with a UAP slash 3I Atlas news update for you. Professor Avi Loeb from Harvard put out some new information today. But before I go into that, I'm just going to go into some news related to yesterday, of course, was October 29th. And the worst thing that could have happened is this thing could have gone on a trajectory straight towards us. That didn't happen, thank God. There wasn't any major news yesterday, but I guess some information from yesterday came out today based on some pictures that came out that Professor Loeb has done some interviews on already. And before I go through the article with you that he put out, the main thing about the object is I guess that there are some technological stuff we have up there that are able to get some pictures of it from behind the sun, and it's becoming very bright as it comes closer to the sun and turning blue. Professor Loeb says that would indicate the temperature of the object would have to be hotter than the sun in order for the object to turn bluer than the sun. Now, that is not normal. It is not normal for this object to change color. That indicates something weird is going on with the heat there, the temperature, or there's a light apparently. Apparently, one of the issues that Professor Loeb has is scientists are relying on past knowledge of comets to figure this thing out, but he says this is some type of new object and you can't really compare it to a comet because he doesn't believe it's a comet and it's in our backyard. So he thinks people should be taking it very seriously because NASA has launched a lot of stuff into the sky and they like to think that they have the most high tech stuff in space. But it is possible that there could be gadgets from other civilizations out there that have reached us by now. As far as the pictures from October 2nd, China and the US remain silent. Although Paulina Luna has supposedly talked to Professor Loeb now, and she tells Avi Loeb that she's going to work on getting those NASA pictures from October 2nd released, which are supposedly the best pictures we would have of this object, which apparently, if it was releasing its own probes, we wouldn't necessarily know it because they'd be mini probes. And if it changes courses, that's not something we might know right away. It's something we might not know for a couple weeks here. So let's go through Professor Loeb's official article on medium.com where he has put out some pictures from September 11th and October 18th and October 15th. Where he brings up that it is hidden from terrestrial telescopes, but there are some telescopes there that were able to get these pictures, which he mentions here. These stereo observation things. Two of them were launched in 2006. Stereo A is still working. Stereo B, I don't think is. Then there's a couple other things that took these pictures. The data is showing a rapid rise in the brightness of the 3I Atlas, scaling inversely. And he highlights here that 3I Atlas appears distinctly bluer than the sun, in contrast to earlier observations showing it to be red. This suggests that emission contributes a substantial fraction of the overall visible brightness. And apparently, the reason for the 3I Atlas rapid brightening, which far exceeds the brightening rate of most Oort cloud comets at similar distances to the sun, remains unclear. So there's a lot going on. We're going to know more. Hopefully, we'll get the picture, the best picture from NASA from October 2nd. Hopefully, those will come out. Why would it be that bad? If it would be friendly, that would be awesome. Why would it be friendly though? They don't I don't know what they know about us. That's the thing. And what are they coming here for? I'm not saying necessarily we should think that they're there to take over, but if they're coming all the way here, how are they going to communicate to us that they're friendly unless the government is already in communication with them? I sure as hell hope they are friendly, Craig. But I'm not making any assumptions if they're friendly or not. I would rather not have to worry about it. I would say it's a 50% chance. That's what I would think. But the one thing that Professor Loeb has been mentioning is this is something that could affect our lives in the future. So this is not just a regular comet that would not affect our lives at all. And hip hop legend says the way USA and China go quiet on the topic makes you wonder if they're really on opposing sides. That is a good observation. Very good observation. I mean, you could say it's Blue Beam, but here's the thing. This is not a major news story. This is pretty much Avi Loeb going around to both small outlets and big outlets, but most people are making fun of it and trying to downplay Professor Loeb. So I wouldn't say that it's Blue Beam. We're gonna find out, but I hope that it's nothing. I hope that it is just an unusual new type of comet. Somebody says, yeah, well, there's a good point, Craig. The government is literally not talking about it, and the people want the government to talk about it. So that is definitely the unusual part about it. If it is a false alien narrative that they're trying to spread, like Jeremy Corbell was talking about, that might happen in 2027. He's already gone on the record saying that this is not what he was talking about. That is supposedly something else. But Corbell is very anti Avi Loeb. Corbell is insisting this is just a normal comment and nothing's going to happen and we can just go on about our lives. One thing we're seeing is it's changing color. So that's something interesting. And as Professor Loeb says, if it has dropped probes, we're not going to know about those probes until we see them. So there's absolutely no way of knowing. But yes, Craig, it is being downplayed. But we'll keep an eye on it. It's very interesting, and I hope to have Professor Loeb on again very soon here on the Hannibal TV.